Today we're going to be factoring and we're going to use the greatest common factor. What is the greatest common factor? Well, that's the biggest number that all the numbers can be divided by. Where's my tools? So let's start with two numbers. How about 24 and 32? All right. If we are going to multiply 24, we got 1 and 24. We've got 2 and 12. 3 and 8 and 4 and 6. I think that's it for 24. 32, we could do 1 times 32, 2 times 16, and 4 times 8. All right, what's the biggest number that they all have in common? I see an 8 here and an 8 here. That would be the greatest common factor of 24 and 32 would be 8. So when we're factoring the greatest common factor, we're going to find that GCF for all terms. We're going to divide each of the terms by the greatest common factor. We're going to put the results inside of the parentheses, and we're going to move the greatest common factor to the outside. This is going to help us throughout the rest of the trimester in different ways. I'm going to show you how that looks now. Here we go. There's an example. We got negative 30x squared minus 90x plus 70. The greatest common factor, if there's any positive symbol, then the greatest common factor is going to be positive. If all three are negative, then we can have a negative greatest common factor. But here this is not the case because we are adding 70x. All right, what would the greatest common factor be? Well, 30, 90, and 70 all end in 0. So I'm certain I can take a 10 out of there. And x here, but no x at 70. So we are definitely not going to take out an x of this one. So let's see what that would look like if we divide everything by 10. Okay. Negative 30x squared divided by 10 would be negative 3. Nothing happens to our variable. Negative 90x divided by 10 is going to be negative 9x plus 7. 70 divided by 10. I'm not sure why that line's not showing up. And in this situation, put that into parentheses, and we're going to leave our 10 on the outside. All right, so that is factoring out from the greatest common factor this polynomial here. Let's take a look at another example. All right, what do all of these numbers have in common? Something that jumps out to me right away is the n's. They all have the variable n, and fourth and third, and all these things. So we're definitely going to take out the highest possible n variable. In this situation, we end with negative 12 times n to the third. So we're going to take n to the third out of everything. 48, 60, 30, and 12. What do all those have in common? What are all those divisible by? Let's think here. We could divide all of them by 3. They're all even. They could be divided by 2. I think we're going to go with 6. I think 6 is going to be our answer. So we're going to take 6n cubed out of each one. I don't know why this line isn't showing up there, but we're going to divide each of them by 6n cubed. And we're going to simplify that. I'm going to do it by a positive because there is a positive here. Two negatives there. We could have done negative if they'd all been negative, but two of the terms are positive. 48 divided by 6 is 8. We know from our exponent rules, n to the 7th divided by n to the 3rd is going to leave us with n to the 4th. Plus 60 divided by 6 is 10. The leftover n variable is n squared. Minus 30 divided by 6 is 5. And then we have 1 left over. 12 divided by 6. This should be the 3rd. I don't know why that's not showing up there. Minus 2. It's really cutting off at this part of the screen. So, if we have taken out the greatest common factor of this polynomial, we should be left with 8 times n to the 4th plus 10n squared minus 5n minus 2. Remember that this 6 n cubed is still a part of it. It doesn't go away. We've just factored it out of this polynomial. Are all of these prime in here? 8, 10, negative 5, and negative 2? Yeah, we can't simplify that any more from there. Let's go to another example. 4 times a to the 6th, b squared minus 8, a to the 4th times b plus 24, a to the 3rd, b. All right, so the smallest number coefficient is 4, so I think we're going to, and 4 goes into 8 and 24, so definitely got a 4 out here. All the terms have an a to the 6th, a to the 4th, a to the 3rd. A to the 3rd is the smallest number, b squared, b, and b. Okay, so we're going to factor out 4, a to the 3rd, and b from each of these terms to simplify the greatest common factor. 4 divided by 4 is 1. We can leave that blank. A to the 6th over a to the 3rd. 6 minus 3 is 3. And we got 1b left over. Minus 8 divided by 4 is 2. We have 1a left over, and that b is canceling out. 24 divided by 4 is 6. And the a's cancel out and the b's cancel out. So we're left with a to the 3rd times b minus 2a plus 6. And we have greatest common factored out for a cubed b. This is going to be a lot simpler to work with as we get along with our factoring. All right, I think that's it. I'm trying to fix this. Oh, one more example. Nah, that's good. Give this a try on your own if you want. See you in class.